broadcasting to you from the creation station, from nation to nation, tribe worldwide. We are Tribe Strong. Welcome to WIP Wednesdays at Wowwy'z Workshop. Brought to you by Two Brothers, One Vision.
Oh my goodness, what do we got going on here? In the vertical, folks. Can you hear me? How? Is everything coming through okay? I can't, you know what, I don't have my chat. I don't got my live chat in here, because I'm in vertical today. I'm going to pop over here and see if everybody's hearing me okay. I can pop over here and see my chat, but it's not coming up on OBS. Are you guys hearing me? We can hear you, says Amy Jo. Alrighty, well, I can't call out right now who's coming in and what's going on. Hey, my brother's here. Bill's here. Amy Jo of the Runic. Happy Christopher's Creations is here. Maybe somebody can tell me how to put my live stream, get my live chat on my vertical stream. Frick, it don't matter. I'm just going to give her. So how are we all doing? I'm coming through you this time in vertical from the OBS studio. I'm just testing this out. I've been learning, stumbling through on my own, and we've gotten this far. Last week we tried it out in the horizontal, and this week we're trying it out in the vertical. So, thank you for being here. This is WIP Wednesdays. Go! Wowwy'z Workshop. My goodness gracious. Here, I'll get you. We don't need the old do it to it here. There. Now you can see my hands while we're talking. So, today, folks, what are we doing? We are going to be working on the watcher, the oak watcher. We got to work more on her, get her finished. We're going to work on the hood in here. We're going to bring back some material here, so I like it with my watchers. I like being able to see the side of her face from the side. Okay? It'll make more sense after I start doing it, but we're just taking the hood back a bit so that we can see a bit of the side profile when we look at it from the side. It's just more depth, more work into the watcher. Because, you know what? Just when you start off with the old square block, you got to do everything you can, pull out all the little tricks that you can to make that as best as we can for a freaking 4x4 post of oak, right? What else we got? We got tribe mail today, guys. Oh wow, he got surprised. He got really surprised with the package from Rhinestone Suzanne. That's right, guys. Rhinestone. Rhinestone sent me something without telling me. I don't know what it is. I'm in the middle of doing the tribe mail. I'm recording a tribe mail video right now for the Kindred Spirits piece that Lace McMillan has carved. And so I'm in the middle of that. And then I asked Rhinestone, I said, do you want me to better cover that? Do you want me to wait to do a tribe mail? And she, you know, she appreciates the thought, but she was just like, it's all good. You know, just do whatever you feel, Wowie. And I asked her if she would mind if I did it on live, and she said she didn't mind. So that's how we're going to do it. And yeah, just please watch for the new upcoming piece. I haven't opened the box yet. I've been doing the intro and recording and trying to make it really special for Lace. But this upcoming tribe mail is it's extra special because it's not a gift just for Wowie. It's a gift for the Kindred Spirits Woodcarvers group, to Wowie, to Darren, to Katie, my wife. We're on the, you know, she carved it into the back, plus the Kindred Spirits Woodcarvers crew. It's just mind-boggling what Lace has done for all of us. It was a show. She knew what I put into that logo and how much it means to me, and and she's done this for us. And Lace is one of the best carvers that I know since I've come into this whole world of power carving, and she's phenomenal. She carves like flowers that look lifelike, and I'm not being like, I'm serious here. She carves Bibles, open Bibles with the ribbon and a rose laying across, like a phenomenal carver. Okay, way beyond anything that I can do, and she's took it upon herself to do the Kindred Spears logo out of the grace of her heart, and she's not taking any money. She wouldn't take any money even for the shipping. It's just, it blows my mind. So please watch for that, because that's coming up soon. But today, it's about rhinestone shoes, and we are going to get into this box here. So, before I want to make sure I'm not missing. I can switch over here and just take a quick look. If there's any questions, hey, Delon is here. Hello, Delon. I'm sorry, Peter Blair is in the house. Mark from New Zealand is here. Happy Christopher's Creations is here. Oh my goodness. We got the Runic. We got Amy Jo. Stevens Carvings is here. Stevens S. Carvings from the UK. Oh my goodness, you guys. Don't feed in, don't soft fairy dust, blup, blup. I'm trying to read, ha ha ha. Okay, you guys, I don't know until I get this live chat thing figured out. It worked fine in OBS on in vertical or in landscape mode, but it's not coming up for me in today. So I don't know what to do other than just keep on a rocking. And my brother is in the house. Thank you, Darren, for tuning in. I love you, bro. Get me that Christmas list, man. I gotta get Santa working for you. I gotta get my shopping done, bro. I gotta get my Brody. Gotta get my Brody stuff. Okay, sorry, you guys. I gotta stay focused. LaRue is in the house. Hello, LaRue. There he is, guys. Say hello to LaRue. Hopefully he is gonna stay out of harm's way here. Okay, no, I had to stay that on there so I didn't show our addresses. Okay, Rhinestone said she has to go. She's going on a vacation. She's got stuff to do. So shut up, Wowie, and start getting into this. Now, I got to remember, too, that Kutzall is doing a sale from December 9th to the 12th, and it's called the Holiday Makers Days sale. And as a lot of you know, they just had a humdinger of a sale for Black Friday and all of that. But some people didn't get to make it. So, yeah, that Kutzall affiliate link that you see down below in the basement, that'll take you to the Kutzall site. And from the 9th to the 12th, you get 10% off store-wide. And they still have the limited release items, the course detail kit and the bird's eye burr. They still have those. So get yourself over there. Get yourself some good kit, mate. You deserve it. You deserve it. Okay, yes. And please, if you use the affiliate link below, we get a little kickback, plus you get an extra 5% discount at checkout. I'm pretty sure the affiliate discount works for this, but I'm not 100% sure. But please, speaking of Kutzall, there. So the affiliate link is down below, and that there is the promo code. Okay? Get 5. For now, I want to get it to Wowie or 2B1V or something. I got to talk to Mike about that. But for now, right now, that's the promo code you use, and we appreciate you. And any little kickbacks for the channel, we put it right back in for all y'all. Yeah. We'll go back to that one. Get back on target there, Wowie. Okay, well, like I said, I don't know what she's done, you guys. So I'm just going to open this up. We're going to see what's going on inside. And we're going to see it all together, okay? And again, Rhinestone, I don't know what's going on with my chat here, but I'll switch over and thank you. Just know how much I appreciate this, sister. Okay? All right, here we go, guys. Going to open it up. Oh my God. Oh my God. You guys, is this better without you guys? Holy shit, man. She sent the watcher, you guys. She sent her watcher. Oh my God. Okay, there's the... because it lights up. Okay, and then... okay, Suzanne, you're gonna have to... you'll have to tell me how the... where the crystal goes. Oh my God, you guys, look at this. With her, the face is painted like space in the universe. This is her watcher, you guys. Oh my goodness. I think the crystal sits up in here. So I may have to re-glue that in. I'm sorry. This has had one heck of a freaking journey. Oh my God, you guys. Okay. Oh, I can't believe she sent this. I gotta make sure that I don't miss a single freaking thing. Oh my goodness. She's got a letter. Okay, I'll get this out of the way. Oh. Oh my. Oh yes, it lights up when you hit the... oh my goodness, man. Suzanne, I freaking love it so much. Can you guys see it okay? You guys all saw her watcher. It's freaking beautiful. And she sent it to Wowie. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna read this here. Oh, and I get more stickers? Oh yeah, I got another sticker. Oh, Wowie, this watcher is yours. It was a pleasure creating this watcher. Once I saw it, when I finished it, I knew where its home should be. The funnier part of this story is, out of the 17 boxes I have in my house, this box is the only one that would fit it. This box is what you sent to me with all the goodies you mailed me. Even more proof that this is your watcher. Oh my goodness. The lights are rigged a little junky, but you get the point. Speaking of points, there is a broken drill bit in it. LOL. Oh, is there somewhere in the watcher we got a... oh my goodness. Well, it was one heck of a freaking job. Like, look at what you've done. Thanks for being awesome. We need more people like you on this planet. Many blessings, Suzanne. A.K.A. Rhinestone Suzanne. Oh my goodness, man. Rhinestone, thank you so much. Thank you so much, sister. You guys. Okay, I'm just switching over. I'm just going to click over to my YouTube here. Rhinestone. Thank you so much. Are you still seeing me okay? Looks like... I love it, Suzanne. I love it. It's amazing. Thank you. Now I'm getting a thing here that's saying my stream health is poor. So I'm just praying for the best that this is going to work out okay, you guys. I tested it, and I tested it on my own, and it worked just fine. Although I didn't know if I had if I was going to get any chat, and I haven't been able to. Oh my goodness. I love it, Suzanne. I promise I'll get this glued in just perfectly the back the way it was. Thank you, sister, so much. I'm freaking really touched, man. Thank you so much. Oh, and you have an amazing well, vacation, and give Josh my best, and just know that you've really touched this old Wowwy'z heart. Thank you very much. Oh man, I didn't know. You know, I had that kind of inkling feeling that this might happen. It might have been in there, but I didn't know. I didn't frickin' know. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Rhinestone. Can you guys still see me? Everything's working good, okay. Well, I'm just going to keep on going, you guys. And like I say, if I miss something, I'm sorry. I don't have, I can't see your guys' chat. Much love, sister. Okay, I'm just going to keep on going, guys. I don't know why it's telling me I got poor stream health. Okay, I must get my watcher. Oh my goodness. I must get her set aside safe. That is going to be treasured forever, sister. I cannot wait to get her inside. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Joe! Well, that's one freaking good way to start off the show. Hey, guys. Damn. Okay, got a little cleanup here. Oh, my goodness, Rhinestone. I'm shaking. My hands are shaking. I am so blessed by you folks in this tribe, man. I say that you guys are Wowwy'z wonders, and I mean that. I freaking mean it. From the bottom of my heart, I do. My goodness. Okay. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I got one black hand here. Well. Okay. I've got to gather myself here, and before we start carving, I got a little story time to tell you. So, on Sunday, I went to go and hang out with my brother so my mom and stepdad could go out to a venue that a music venue. They just love to go out for live music. So, I go over and I hang with Darren just to make sure he's safe and everything. And make supper with him, and we just hang out and have boys' night, right? So, I was getting ready, and I promised Katie that I would walk the dog before I went. Okay? So, I'm getting ready, and the dog doesn't want to come to the door and go for walkies. She's sitting by the freaking dishwasher begging. Okay? Begging for food. And I'm like, come on, Poppy, we gotta go. And she's like, nope, she's sitting there and she's begging. So I'm like, for frick's sake. So I rush over there, and it's better without the... So I rush over there, and I'm like, okay. And I I go into the cupboard where her treats are, and I grab the jar, because we I don't know what she used to reuse, but we reused a bunch of jars that are the same jars for Poppy's treats. We're always trying to reuse and recycle. Okay, anyways. So I grab the lid, pull it out like I normally do, but the lid wasn't on all the way. So as I pull it out, the glass jar drops, and it smashes like into 1,000 million pieces. But as it does, like usually, I'm a pretty quick guy, right? So when I saw the jar drop, I went to go catch it. But instead of catching the jar, I grabbed a handful of broken glass. And that freaking, the edge of the jar where the lid goes on, that was stuck in my hand. And some of you guys might know that a while back this last year, I chopped my hand with a yard axe. And I had to get like 6 stitches right here. So I know that last time I went in for stitches, I had to sit there for 5 hours before I even got seen. And I wasn't doing that again. I'm going to hang out with my Brody. So I frickin', at first, it's just leaking, but Poppy's half blind. She's trying to get all of the treats that are on the floor, and it's all covered in glass. So I'm leaking out of my hand. I go running into the bathroom. I grab a whole bunch of toilet paper. So I've got a big, huge mitt of that. And then I run back into the kitchen, and I'm like, get out! And she runs to her bun, because she usually doesn't get yelled at like that, right? So I'm dripping with this hand. I'm bleeding out of this one, too, because I got it on the corner. And I'm trying to sweep all of this glass and greenies up. I call them green. Yeah, they're called greenies. Anyways, I'm trying to sweep up all the glass. What a freaking gong show. Long story short, after I got that cleaned up, because I couldn't turn my back on that, I went running upstairs and then rushed it underneath the water again, and then I crazy glued it. I super glued it with Gorilla Glue. And I've been doing it each time it falls off, I redo it and then tape it up. So my hand is effed right now. Long story short, man. And I'm sure, just because I know from past times, that this would have been it would have been probably a four stitcher. Would have been a 4-stitcher, you guys. Hey, old Path, how you doing? Rhinestone, you look good and sound good. Everything's okay, you guys? Well, I'm just going to keep on going, because I don't know what's happening, but oh, now it says it's excellent stream status. Huh? Well, other than not being able to, why can't I get a freaking, my chats in OBS vertical? Is Perry here? I will heal up. Thank you. Thank you, sister. I really, really appreciate you. My goodness, man. You sure surprised old Wowie. Ooh. My goodness. Much love to you. So yeah, guys, that's what happened to my hand. Now, that's a little bit too close, but I just wanted to do this for a second here. Is it zoomed okay? Okay. So on the edge here, I've drawn on either side a little bit of a scoop out mark. Okay? Now, my plan is to use, because this freaking stuff, I don't want to swear, is so hard on the burrs. It's been hard on the burrs. It's been hard on my heart. I'm just kidding, but it's been hard. Oak has been the hardest one I've done so far. Okay, so I plan to use this Roto Zip. Now this Roto Zip is like for drywall, or tile. I don't know what you can cut drywall with them. These are expensive. This Roto Zip here was $29.99, and I think maybe there was 2 of them. But make sure if you ever get these, you get it in 3mm, because the first time I bought it in 4mm, and I had already ripped it all apart and stuff because I was just learning, and yeah, that didn't fit. It didn't fit. Well, I guess if I had an adjustable chuck, it would, but it didn't fit my 1/8. So the 1/8 is about 3mm. So make sure you get, if you're gonna pay, $29.99 for the frickin' Roto Zip, make sure you get the right size. Jeez, wowie. So I'm going to use that, and I'm just going to go and just scoop that out. I'll see how this goes, because if I have to, I'll go back. I got the Kutzalls, like right here. Ow. Damn. That hand hurts, man. Right here it's got some of that. Be careful of that hot glue that comes out of the Kutzall packs when you get a variety pack. Yeah. That, if that gets in your collet, it can gum up your collet, and it makes it not very fun. But this right here, is a Kutzall taper in coarse. That's brand new, so I can go at this with that bad boy. But for now, we're going to start with that Roto Zip. And yeah, I've found really lots of good uses for that old Roto Zip. It's a good burr, okay? Now, I had a comment by somebody, and it's a totally good comment. I believe it's a lady. She commented about on my last live, how when it was in the horizontal, that I did, about a half an hour of carving out of a 2-hour deal. And, if that's how these WIP shows work, because I'm not sure if she's seen many of them, or I'm not sure. But I apologize, like I did a lot, last time it was a lot of testing, right? It was testing the OBS studio. And so this week I'm going to try and do more carving. And I just wanted to thank whoever that was. Thank you for your honest feedback. And I'll try to do better. Always trying to improve. Okay? So before I do any, I'm just going to switch over here, take a quick look, see if there's any questions or anything going on. Heal quickly, Wowie. Hello, everyone from Trees of These is here. Old Path, Delon, Dad, Mark tries to carve, Grumpy, Mr. Peter Blair, Jen, B. Pearson. Hello, B. Pearson 21. Hello, sir. Runic, Bill Mooresman. Another thing, you guys, that and Aba Joe, if you didn't know, hey, Tark is here. Hello, Tark. How you doing, brother? I'm sorry, you guys, I don't see my live chat in my live, okay? I don't see this chat, so I'm just popping over to YouTube to look. So, that's what's going on. I'm not ignoring you, okay? But yeah, I'll try and do some more carving in these lives and not BS so much, but there's so much to say. I just love talking to you guys, And another thing I wanted to say is that when I was setting up today's live, I tried a thing, like this pertains to what the comment she made. She said, reading out the lives, is that, what's with just, answering, talking to the computer and reading out the lives. I thought you're here to inspire people and carve. And so the reason I do that is because my lives didn't have a replay on the comments before. And today, when I was setting today's live up, I found a spot where I could check that box. So now when people watch this later, I'm hoping that it works and the live will come along and you can read it and stuff. Because that's why I'm doing it. I'm reading them out so that people at home know what I'm answering and what I'm saying. But maybe I don't have to do that anymore. Maybe I figured it out. Right? Okay. Before I get into this and start kicking in the music, because we got music, guys. Oh, yes. Well, he's got music in the old BS. I got new music. I made some new songs. So you can hear the old ones from last week that you heard for the first time. And then you're going to hear, God willing, as I get that far, you'll hear the new ones. And I'm just going to keep making music so that I don't get copyright issues. And, I'll update it and stuff so that nothing gets too boring and everything. But everybody seemed to really enjoy it last week. I hope you guys do this week as well. So, as well as pulling this hood back in spots here, you guys, I'm also going to be carving back farther in there. Okay? Maybe I'll use the rotozip to get in there, but I've been using the fine Kutzall, the fine taper so far to get in there because I'm rounding the face too as I do it. But I got to push that in farther as I pull this back, if that makes any sense. Okay? So it's carve this back, push that farther in. Carve this back, push it farther in. And I promise you that it'll make sense. It'll make a heck of a lot more sense once it's done. Okay? Always use your PPE. Eye goggles. Face mask. And I use a dust collector. That's what this is here. If you guys are tuning in for the first time, I'm a dust sucking box. Okay? That goes through a cyclone called a Juanita 4-inch cyclone. And then from there, it goes to a dust collector underneath, a King Canada. Okay? I am running right now a Dremel 4000 on a flex shaft. A couple flex shafts here going. I also have an RTX Black & Decker rotary machine with a flex shaft with a Peter Blair mandrel. And I also have a little kind of sanding machine here on a flex shaft with another Peter Blair mandrel. And that's what I'll be doing my shading in. So guys, when I do kick it in to the music, it's going to be web bought, so you can see from the side, and the overhead. And I'll carve like that for a while and see how you guys like it. And thanks for being here. My goodness, I wish this... I'm going to have a drink of water here. I wish this live chat would have come up. I don't know why. All I can think is that this is a plug-in for OBS for the vertical, and something just doesn't connect that way. As far as I can tell, I don't know. But the only person who would maybe know is Perry. But after I'm through this, I'll just type it in, and this is how I've got this far. Is I just type into YouTube how to on OBS. So I'll be troubleshooting when I get through this, and I apologize if I miss any questions. Didn't think that was going to happen. I'm sorry. I just cannot stop looking at that watcher. Rhinestone, it's going to be in a frickin' place of honor, man. I tell ya, where it always gets seen in the studio when I'm doing our videos, because that is just beautiful. Thank you. Much love, sister. Okay, guys, I'll get geared up here, and we're going to have some music. Much love. Hope you enjoy the show.
two brothers, one vision.
That for a little tiny break there, I got really fogged up. It must be the mitt. The mitt's got me feeling a little bit warmer. How are we all still doing? Are you still here? Let me switch over here and take a peek. Okay. Mr. B. Pearson, 21, thanks for the welcome. First time here, been lurking on Kindred Spirits for a bit. Happy Curmudgeon is here. Rhinestone is still here. Hey, folks. Hello, Matt from Trees of These is here. Hello. Awesome. Good music says, thank you. Hey, Aubrey is here. I'm here for the BS. Hello, Aubrey. Hey, you guys, Aubrey is my cousin. And Aubrey is the mom of the DigiWiz, a.k.a. Kale Ranches. And he is the man that brought the Kindred Spirits logo to life with color. And Aubrey is his amazing mom. She is my first cousin, and Kale and the kids are my second cousins, but they all call me Uncle Wowie, and I love them very, very dearly. How are you doing? Everybody be nice to Aubrey. Oh my goodness. It still says stream health is okay here. Oh, no buffering here. Did you have some buffering, Pete? I'm sorry, sir. Just giving it to you on a wing on a prayer. And I promise I'll just keep on checking back here. Aubrey, I can't see the live chat in my OBS studio. So that's I got all these new views and stuff, all these new camera angles. But yeah, I can't see the live chat when I'm over there. So I'll just keep on popping back over here, making sure that the stream is okay, that you guys are still enjoying yourselves. Okay, well, as you saw, all of that work that I just did for such a tiny amount of, I was saying I want to be able to see the side of the profile of the watcher's face from the side. So all that work I just did, just to see, like you can barely see it there. It's there, but I'm gonna want to do more. And like I said, as I carve in here, I have to keep on going deeper on either side of the hood, but not so deep where I punch out the frickin' side of her, right? So it's and I don't know if you guys noticed, but right off the bat there, I tried with the roto zip. Wasn't happening. Wasn't happening. It was trying to get away on me. And that's the last thing I need is that roto zip wrapped up in my mitt, right? Good freaking insult to injury. Chow! But other than that, guys, oh no, look it! Mr. Mushroom wasn't turned on, you guys. That ain't freaking very nice. Need Mr. Mushroom on. Frickin' mushrooms, they frickin' changed my life. Turned me into the Wowie I am today. Gave me compassion and empathy, and oh, that's the reason why that's there. And it is a very, very powerful symbol because it literally changed the way I thought and feel towards my fellow human beings. Yes, and those plants can do a heck of a lot of good for the medical industry and PTSD and depression and like microdosing and stuff. There is a whole world of healing in that department. Okay, so that's why that is there and is very, very meaningful to Wowwy's life. Okay. So far, stream says we're holding strong at almost 1 hour, which is doing pretty good. I've adjusted things on my Mac so that, like, I still have just over half a bar of my power bar. Okay, I changed a couple of things. I put my, if you put the display lower, the brightness, so I just did that a little bit more, so that it'll just give me a little bit longer battery time, because this OBS Studio just sucks the life out of the battery. So I'm just going to do my best, guys. And I'm doing it because, I got very, very comfortable with just doing it with the mobile phone. But like I said, I want you guys to have the best experience. And for the people, you know, that are watching, I don't want it like the the diehard carvers will sit through it because it just comes to second nature to us hearing those sounds, right? It's just us Dremel carving. It's what power carvers, it's what we hear. But, well, most of us listen to music while we're carving, right? But for the viewers, I don't, you know, I feel bad that it's, especially if you're not a carver. And I don't think that people want to hang out very long when that's all you can hear, right? So that's why I feel really strongly about being able to use the OBS studio and be able to offer you guys music and stuff when I'm getting down to it. When I'm doing it to it. So I want to make sure that anybody want to say while I'm here and looking at the live stream. Yes, Aubrey, she is the best. Thank you, B. Pearson. Larry, you sent my watcher pic. Should have my name on it, I hope. I didn't see if there was a name on the... Did you put a name on your text? Like on the picture itself, did you put text? Because I got your watcher pic this morning, and I loved it, Matthew. I love it. Holy cow, cuz these tunes are your creations? Yes. I made the music myself. Thank you, Mark. Yes, it does go quickly, babe, when we're all set up like this. Hey, the Electric Whittler is here. Hello, Suzanne. Amazing work on the watcher. Wow. Yes, thank you, Aubrey, for pointing that out. She is, you know, it's crazy how the carvers in our group, it's like we have a group of female carvers, and that's, you know, Rhinestone, that's Amy Jo included. I was just talking about Lace. Our sister from Quebec is a very, very talented. You know, the sisters fucking, they are, well, there I go, I swore. I swore for you girls. But they are amazing. Amazing. The talent within our pool of sisters is just freaking mind-boggling. And now I have a piece from Rhinestone, and I am so, so happy. Yes, it's beautiful, Matthew. Your watcher. I love it. Hello, Electric Whittler. Hope you're liking it in the old vertical today, guys. Stream says it's healthy. 19 concurrent viewers. Set to public. 26 likes. Okay, well, so far it looks like everything's just right. Oh, I'm just popping in quickly because Justin will be live on YouTube with his brand new a cappella group playing traditional Quebecois music. Oh, well. Thank you for popping in. So I just mentioned your name and your amazing talent. Bonjour, mon ami. Yes, the Electric Whittler. How you doing, Josh? And I wonder how Creation Dust is doing. I know that they were having trouble finding wood and things on their end, and they haven't been able to do lives for a little bit. I hope Creation Dust is maybe watching another time. Watches my live another time, and I hope you like the new setup, sir, and keep shining, man. You're an amazing creator, and I hope you get back to her very, very soon. As is the Electric Whittler. All the Joshes. We got a whole bunch of freaking talented Joshes in the family, too. Tribe Strong! Okay, guys. Just checking on that stuff. Live stream is holding strong. Okay, so, now what comes next, Wowie? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Well, since I got this started, I'm just gonna keep on working on that, guys. This watcher, you know, most of you know that January 1st is the deadline for the watchers, you guys. So if you haven't made yours yet, they're a very, very basic form, you guys. Any folks watching, it's a very, very basic form. But they have a lot of meaning behind them. They are sentinel guardians. They are guardians of mankind, okay? Wowwy'z watchers are. And they are inspired by books from the Bible, the book of Enoch, the book of Daniel. We are inspired by those stories, but as well, we are inspired by the ancient Navajo and the indigenous folks all over the world. All of the stories of the Sky people, of the Sky brothers, of the Sky cousins, some would say. Wowwy'z Watchers is an accumulation of inspiration from all of these stories. The ancient Navajo talked about the ant people that come from inner earth that came and helped mankind in times of need. They talk of these god-like beings that come from the sky that have antlers, and it's not only in southern states. You should see in India, and they're starting to. I've been seeing it more and more on YouTube. They're starting to show the wall art, the ancient petroglyphs from India, that are all that tie into the ancient astronaut and the ancient alien theories. And my God, you guys, I get chills when I look at them. The heads on some of these things, some of them look like hammerhead sharks. Some of them look like, and I had a dream once where I was I was muscular like He-Man, and my hand was 3 fingers, like a thumb and 2 big wide fingers, because I looked down. I was on this spaceship, and I looked out the window, and there was a big, huge war going on. But as I was passing one of the windows, I could see a reflection of myself. And I had He-Man body, and I had a hammerhead shark's head with these big, big hands. But I walked up to this wall, and I pushed a couple buttons, and the wall slid open, and inside there was armor, like gauntlets and things that clipped onto my body. And so I was like taking them out of the wall, and I knew how to use everything. And I was getting ready for a frickin' battle. And I had this dream, and then poof, I woke up. Holy frick, eh? So anyways, I'm sorry I ramble, but this stuff is like just mind-blowing to think about. When I see these new petroglyphs that they're releasing from India, and there's this big, huge one where there's a big, huge UFO, and you can see the bottom of it and all the lights, and then standing around it are all these beings, and 2 of them have antlers, like our antler crowns, and then one of them has the head of a frickin' hammerhead shark. It's the exact same T-head from my dream, you guys. Like, how crazy is that? It ain't frickin' all just coinky-dink and coincidence. Like, people have run long enough on those excuses. It ain't. It ain't. There's so much more going on, you guys, in our universe that we've been led to believe. Now, I was just looking while I'm thinking here, because I'm thinking about the easiest ways I can go about doing this work. I got my Fordham on hand. There's a Kutzall. Look at that one, eh? That's a ripper. That'll frickin' rip you apart, that bad boy. Okay? But anyways, sorry, I ramble. But, yeah, that's what Wowwy'z Watchers are inspired by. All of those stories. Because we are not alone. We are not alone, folks. Now, I'm thinking, my good friend Josh Goulet, for frick's sakes, man. Okay. He gave me this thing. It goes on the Fordham. It's actually built for a drill. But the size of a drill chuck, tools that you can buy for drills, the size of that chuck, it happens to be the same size as the 1/4 inch Fordham Burrs. And that's something I just kind of stumbled across by accident. So, if you find any things that says fits in your drill, well, ow, freaking lame hand. If you got a 44T handpiece, Fordham, that goes for the 1/4 inch, or a die grinder. These kinds of tools that are made for the drill will fit. And they can be really, really handy. So, I was just looking at this thing. Since it's this frickin' sanding drum, and it's nice and flat there, I am just going to use that to get to the deeper spot. Because I got a line, right? So I'm going to use that to help us get. And you're not going to have to watch me ruin my frickin' Kutzall burrs. My goodness. This wood is the hardest wood I ever done chucked. The wood than the wood chuck. And I don't have a microcarver anymore. My handpiece went, and that is gone to crap. And I don't have the money yet for it. I'm putting too much money into the challenge and everything, so I haven't been able to replace my handpiece for my microcarver. So yeah, we're just clicking along here with three tires, rickety rackety old Wowie. Everything's breaking down. Let me just switch over here and take a look at the live chat. I'm looking at live chat now if you guys have anything to say. I have to switch to my son. Okay, so thank you for popping in. Was the shroom light on when this happened? Ow! No, not that time, but that's a good question. I've never had anything with when it comes to the aliens and seeing UFOs and stuff. Nothing has ever happened to me on the mushroom when the mushroom light was on. But it was more of a connection with Gaia herself, like the creator. I connected with the bigger realm, right? And I saw that all of these things that I was doing, and this is when I'm younger, right? Like being a crazy teenager and being a rebel and fighting and fucking and fighting and partying, and that's all I cared about. And then all of a sudden, I was introduced to this bigger realm and world, and I thought, oh my crap. Number one, I am very, very small and insignificant. And number two, even though I'm small, I'm still connected to this big, huge power that is the creator. And I just, I didn't want to fight no more. I didn't want to, for that drama and all that kind of shit, but worrying about my rep and who was the toughest and this and that. All of that went, you know. It changed me. It literally changed me. And I'll never go back to that old, more cruel, you know, that Wowie. That Wowie is dead and gone. So yes, but no, I would love to see a UFO on have a little bit of a microdose and see that. That would make the whole freaking situation a lot more. That sounds like Mark says. Sounds like me when I was younger. Yeah, it was amazing, man. It was amazing those days, having fun on the mushrooms, because it was just. And you know what? The worst part was that feeling when you start feeling like when it starts wearing off, and you know that you've got to come down and go back to this world that we live in, and the rat race. And that was the most heartbreaking feeling of knowing you have to go back. I hated that part, you know. Everybody says, coming down is the hardest part. Well, no, this was literally heartbreaking, because you have just felt this connection with the universe, and then it's all going away, and you got to come back to this world that's just, cruel and driven by all of these darker, more negative forces. Yes, microdosing. There's depression talk. Hello, John. How are you doing? Thank you for coming, sir. We all got to grow up at some point. That's right, Mark. That is right. Thank you for being here, folks. Depression talk. I really appreciate you. Stream Health is still holding strong. Okay, guys. Now I've checked the live. I've checked the chat. I'll throw some hearts out for you guys, because you guys are just freaking the best. Wowie loves ya. Alrighty. Go back over to the stream here. I sure like this old setup. I hope I can get this freaking live chat figured out, man, because it sure makes me happy to be able to offer you guys the viewing and listening experience, for your listening and viewing pleasure, because your pleasure is my leisure. Okay? And I mean that. I love knowing that I give you guys a good show on Wowie WIP show. Okay, so I will have to get back on, get all the PPE back on, you guys. We're going to try this bad boy out, see if we can get that down a little bit farther. But first, before I do that, I gotta push back farther inside there. Inside the hood, okay? So I'm just looking at what I got. What burrs can I use? And I'm not gonna... This one here is the Fordham Typhoon. So speaking of Fordham, but this is one in 1/8. And this Typhoon is pokey. It's got some pretty good teeth on her. But the thing is about this, is I don't mind wrecking it. It's like you know, I have Burrs that, my Kutzalls are my precious, right? And the four of them, Typhoons, I got a long time ago. I just don't use them as much, but I don't mind wrecking them as much as I do with my brand new Kutzall Burrs. I'm weird that way. Don't got a lot of money, you know? When you don't got a lot of money, you take care of your shit better. Is basically the truth of it, right? Am I wrong? No. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that everything is holding up. My power is still okay, you guys. So, now that I got that photo in there, we're going to go back in there, punch that in farther. Oh, man. So much work for just little tiny increments, eh, you guys? The life of a carver, I tell ya. If this would have been like cedar, frick, we would have been done last week. And I still got to I still want to make this into a lamp. So I got to carve all in here. I got to carve more space inside there. And then I got to carve like a hole going in far enough that I can get in there with a spade bit, a drill bit. And then that's how I can carve the section that will house the E12 socket, right? For our little light. And I'm going to have to open this up so I can actually get my hand in there and turn a little tiny light bulb in. There's a lot of work to do on this frickin' thing, man. And it's all in oak, you know? The things that Wowie does to himself, but hey, it's all for the love of art, and the watchers are a very, very dear thing to me, so that's what we're doing, okay? I'm putting the PP back on, and we're going to go back and have some more music, guys. Much love. Thank you for being here. I'll turn down the mic while I do this part, though. You don't want to hear that. Go! There we go! Oh, I can tell by that song that means that we made her all the way through the cycle of music. So I hope you guys like that. I don't know how long that would have been then, like maybe 30. I don't know how much time it is collectively. Is that better? No. How about this one? I'll go like this. Give me a little bit more light on old Wowwy'z face there. Alrighty. Hopefully you guys can still hear me okay. Whew, my goodness. That is some hardwood. I'm going to quickly switch over. Here we got, thanks Peter, talking to Peter, nothing to be sorry about, I've called a lot worse. Kelsey is here. Hello Kelsey, 4914. How you doing, Kelsey? Thanks for popping in, Kelsey. Hey, Joseph Keller is here. Hello, Joseph. How's it going, brother? Sorry I'm not more interacting as much as I normally would because I've got things on. I have to open a different window to be able to see my live chat. Kind of all over the place here with this new setup. So I apologize to anybody that's trying to talk to me directly. How are you doing, Kelsey? How are you doing, Joseph? Gotta go, folks. Have a great week. See you next Wowie Wednesday. Hello and goodbye, Pete. Sorry I couldn't interact more. Hope you have a great night, sir. And that your wife's feeling okay and gaining her strength and everything. Really appreciate you coming, sir. Hope you like the new setup. So what do you call a Christmas tree that does martial arts? A spruce Lee. Oh! Mark tries to carve. Is also a comedian. Well, Happy Curmudgeon said he'll be right back. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me. You know? Really means a lot that you guys hang in for the full show, man. I know it's a long time, but, you know, I do it once a week, so I really try to give you the most bang for your buck, as they say. Ouch! Damn it, man, this hand. And, like, I got so much to do with Christmas and everything, so for me to cut this hand open the way I did, that was just something, I tell you. Something. Like my friends Gary and Mo like to say, I had me a time. Well, we had him a time. Oh, man. So, other things that I did there while I was giving her was this here spot on the robe is just the impression of an arm, right? Because my watcher is holding like this, right? Going to be holding the light. Going to be holding the love. And so that is why I did this little tiny impression there of the arms holding the love and light in the middle for man. So that's where the light will be inside there. So I just thought by tucking it in there, it's like the rope tucking in underneath the arm on the edge, right? That's the idea. But I don't want to go right and undercut it right up and underneath here and stuff. Like some things, sometimes less is more. This is one of those examples. But that's why I tucked it in there. Just to give just that little bit more, that more depth, right? I hope that makes sense. And then the back here, I'm just leaving these. I could go in deeper here so it shows that there's depth and the robe coming out. I haven't decided. And I still got to sand. Because these lines were here. The folks that weren't here when I first started. These lines were here. This was some type of post. Some type of 4x4 post. That my brother saved from a free pile. And then he so graciously gave it to Wowie. And it sat here. And it knocked over. I probably 1,000 times this thing has been kicked over and knocked over. And there were times where I was like, I wonder if I'm not going to use that thing, frickin' frack, put it out in the back wood pile, but I didn't. I kept it in here, and I just knew that there was a reason that this was here, and I had saved it for so long. And that's because it was meant to be a watcher. And as you guys can see there, hopefully you can see that little tiny bit of that profile. That was what all that hubbub was. All of that work and hubbub there was just so I could see the side of the watcher's face from the side, right? From the profile. And it's just little things like this, for me anyways, that really, really add to it. You know, instead of just being blocky and square, these little things can really, really give it more life and more depth, you know? At least I hope so. It does to my weird brain anyways. Okay, I am caught up with the chat, so I'm just switching back over. The stream says we're in excellent condition on that end. And my power is still good for a little bit longer. So we're going to see if we can't make it to the 4 o'clock. If that's okay with you guys. Another thing that I can't see how many people are watching. I do believe that there is a for the OBS there is a YouTube manager, I think, doc that you can have up that will show you your CPU strength and numbers of viewers and stuff. But I don't think it's for the vertical, okay? And the reason why I'm babbling about this stuff is because I know there are a lot of people out here with their own channels that want to learn. So I'm trying to pass on what I'm learning as I go here, okay? So I don't believe that that's available for the vertical version of this plugin. But yeah, so far it's been great. It's just, I really wish I could see the chats on this screen. I just have to go and switch back and forth. Switch back and forth. That's okay, though. Wow, we'll get through it. You always do it. You always do it. Yeah, man, that's freaking hard material. Never, ever have I carved anything this hard. That, the flower pot, Felix, the flower pot that I carved out of the spalted maple, was a time. I had a time with that one, but this is harder. This is for surely harder. But you know what? For me, anyways, when you have a canvas like this that is very, very challenging, and you just give her all you got, even though it takes, you know, like look at I've been working on it for maybe 45 minutes carving today or whatever, and I've just barely made those improvements that I was working on, right? It's hard, man. It's slow going. I can imagine what like carving like marble or something is like. Like, my goodness. How the people did it way back in their past. It just boggles the mind how they carved all that stone. But I do fully believe that there is a lot of lost technology that we're not aware of. That's been hidden from us and has just been, for whatever, some of it's lost in history, I believe, but I think a big majority of that stuff is hidden from us, just so that other people can stay true to their narratives, right? Instead of saying, oh, we were wrong. Academia, it don't do that. Academia is like, will fight you, you know, to the death, to just stick with their frickin' agenda, their narrative, instead of just saying, hey, we didn't know, we were wrong. So let's have new information and let's upgrade and evolve, right? No, they want to get stuck in this little tiny box that they made 200 years ago and said this is what is fact, and there's nothing more, and we are alone in the universe, and blah blah. Well, frick, not old Wowie, not for Wowie. All right. So now that I've gotten that off my chest. For the last little bit here, we got, what, 20 more minutes, if you guys are cool. I am going to just I'm going to punch farther back and get in there a little bit further around in here. And shape that face. Like, I can tell by, like, looking at it from the side, I can see what side is rounder and what side is steeper. More steep, I should say. And you know, like, I can also do this. It's not without the, let's see here. Well, I'll put on my eyes for sure. But let's just see here for a sec. See how loud this is. Yeah, I don't need to make you guys listen to that. We got music. We got music. So if it's cool with you guys, I'll switch over to I'll check the chat quick. If you guys want to carve for a little bit more longer, if that's cool with you guys, I'm going to check the chat, see what you guys have to say. Joseph Keller. Matt Carves is here. Hello, Matt. How you doing, brother? Thanks for... Ouch! Thanks for coming, man. I'm injured. I'm sorry. Professor Rusty is here. Hello, Professor Rusty. In the house. How are you doing, sir? Let me say, Professor Rusty, the lamp you made, Suzanne Rhinestone, that's really, really awesome, dude. And you know how we were talking in our interview, how Two Brothers, One Vision and myself, we love upcycling and reusing old stuff and to make it into new. And lamps are a whole thing near and dear to old Wowwy'z heart. If I can make anything into a lamp, I'm frickin' doing it, because I think that using light as a medium is just awesome. And being able to incorporate light into project, especially something like this, like my watcher is going to be holding a fire bulb, a little tiny flickering chandelier bulb, and it's just being able to add light to the creation is just so powerful in my mind, anyways. And the fact that you make lamps, sir, I think is pretty darn freaking cool. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you very much. Yes, it was great. Oh, how did I cut my hand? Getting a treat for my dog. I reached into the cupboard. I grabbed her greenie jar by the lid, pulled it out like this. The lid wasn't on. The jar dropped, and instead of I tried to catch it quick before it hit, and it smashed. And I caught the broken jar in my hand, and the edge of it where the lid is, where it like clicks on, that part of the top of the jar was stuck in my hand. And when I pulled out it was in there. And so it was like, it almost made me throw up pulling it out. But I pulled it out, and when I looked in there, it looked like a piece of, you know when you stretch bubble gum? That's what it looked like when you pull bubble gum apart. That's what I saw inside there. I saw that, and then I just saw a big, huge splurge of blood. And then that fricker leaked, man. And so that was Sunday. I bandaged myself up, managed to clean her up, and then I went to my brother's, and we frickin' cooked dinner together, and I had my mom and dad and stepdad went out for a music venue, and me and Darren hung out, and I just had my hand in a rubber glove, and I still made supper, and I still frickin' we made it through. Yes, it was hard. It sucked. It sucked. And I know because when I hit myself with my yard axe, I needed stitches not too long ago. And I sat in the emergency here, like out here on the island in Canada, in BC, we were having a major shortage of healthcare personnel. And so the little tiny hospital that's close to us called the Sandpaper, I went there. Katie drove me there. And I sat there for 5 hours. It was 6 hours before I got my stitches, but I sat there in the waiting room for 5 hours, holding a frickin' kitchen rag to my hand. And I vowed, and I'll never do that again. So on Sunday, when I did this to myself, I just got my Gorilla Glue. I have super glue gel that I use for my, we use it for our electroforming, making our jewelry. And so I always have that on hand. And so you just use it, and then a trick that I learned with the electroforming is that if you use baking soda, you know, the white powder, baking soda, that will make the glue harden almost instantly. So I just gobbed it. So I basically put a big, huge bead across the sliced open hand, and then as soon as I got a thick enough bead on it, where both sides were like sealed, I just grabbed a little spoon with the baking soda and sprinkled it on there, and then just sat there for about a minute, and it hardened, rock hard, and so far it's been keeping that thing shut. Like, it hasn't bled since, but I've had to redo the glue 3 times now because you wash your hands and shower and everything, and it always wants to fall off after, especially after a good shower. But yeah, I'm still here, man. I'm still freaking here, fighting on through it for you guys. Should have filmed that well, yeah, I know. Hey, Larry, finally got my surgery scheduled after fighting with insurance for 2 weeks. Pen on Fire is here, guys. That's Sean. He's on my board here. Pen on Fire. Good brother and good member of the tribe. And he's been battling with chronic pain and a bad neck and fighting with the insurance and fighting with all of the frickin' frack that comes with anything medical these days is a frickin' nightmare. And I totally understand and empathize. And he's been keeping me updated. And he just informed us that he finally has a surgery scheduled. So congratulations, man. I'm very, very happy for you, brother. He's been suffering a lot. He's been suffering a lot. Yeah, I know I should have found it, Matt, but it was the bad thing about it was that my little dog was there, right? She was begging, and she's going blind now. So when the greenies dropped and smashed, a majority of the glass and all of the treats went on the floor. So here she is. She can smell them, but she doesn't know there's glass. So I ran into the kitchen. I ran into the bathroom that's right by our kitchen. I grabbed a mitt full of toilet paper so that it would keep it from dripping because I was bleeding out of this to side 2. And then I ran into the kitchen. I was like, "Get out!" And then she was like, "Pew," gone. And then with one hand, I swept it all into a pile. And then I managed to, with a dustpan, and I did all that part with one hand while I'm holding this one up, trying to keep some fucking bleeding everywhere, man. It was a gong show. Let me tell you, there were some interesting words. Look at that, almost scared me, my bandana. There were some interesting words being said that day. Yes, good to hear, Sean. I'm really January 14th. Well, you're going to be in my prayers, brother. You're going to get through this, and it'll be okay. You're not going to have Larry luck like mine. When I had my back surgery, they said, "Oh yeah, 90% of people come out with way less pain. 10% come out with more, but you're going to be fine." Yeah, well, fuck that. I came out with more or worse pain after they took my disc out, and they didn't fuse me, right? So I just have 2 vertebrae on top of each other with no disc in between. So that's why I can't carry things. That's why I can't lift. That's why I can't sit and carve, okay? I got no L3 disc. So yeah, I know what it's like when they say that everything's going to be fine, and then it isn't. And after you have these surgeries, you have to agree to them. So it's like you take the risk, right? You take on the risk and just hope for the best. And it wasn't in my cards for that surgery, but I fight on. I fight on, guys. So I've caught up on my on any questions on here. Move this down, back over here so you guys can see. So yeah, I don't know if I'll fire it up again and carve. Only got 10 minutes left, guys. So if it's cool with you guys, we'll just do a little bit of talking, and maybe I'll use that Fordham a little bit. The Fordham ain't loud. Use that Fordham a little bit here. Do a little bit more of that sound, and already this drum, these little drums here. Did I mention that my friend Josh Ray got me this thing? Love you, brother. Thank you. This thing is really, really helpful. But yeah, that thing's almost dead because this is crazy. a nice little dip so I can see the profile from the side. That's what all of this work today was for. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there, and I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't be doing that. You know, practice what I preach with my PPE and stuff. Shouldn't be doing that without my face mask on. So don't do what Wowie do, you guys. I'm just gonna give it a quick hit there with the old peep there. Okay, and I did mention that Kutzall has a 10% store-wide sale going on. You guys, the old makers, the maker. I had a pad here. I don't know where I put it now. But yeah, there's a store-wide Kutzall sale going on from the 9th to the 12th. And they have those, they still have those limited edition Burrs, the coarse in the fine detail, and the detail kit in coarse, and the bird's eye Burr. So if you use the link down there below, and you use my promo code DIB5, that will give you a little discount. I don't know if it'll be applied to the 10%, though I can't guarantee that. But if you guys at least use our link, then Kutzall knows that you went through that way. And get yourself some kit. You deserve it. You deserve some good tools this Christmas. Kutzall power carving. Leave your mark. DIB5. Okay. Now that we got that settled. And yeah, I hope you guys had a good time. You know? I think I did all right. You know, lame duck here. And I hope the music was okay for you guys. Let's see what this looks like here. Close up. That's a close up. No, what's this one here? Oh, there we go. There's Wowie. So yeah, thank you guys. It's been a great day. I like this one better. I like this one. I like you guys being able to see my hands and our grand little creation station here. Oh, I just hit my arm on there on the overhead. And yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed that little show. And I hope that for the people watching that don't like me yakking as much, I hope this was a little bit more to your liking. You know, I want to please everybody. It really means a lot to me, the folks out there and your feedback and stuff. It never goes unnoticed. I listen to everybody and I care. I care a lot about y'all. And if you're out there and you're working on a watcher and you haven't got it finished yet and sent the pictures, get it done. Get her done by January 1st and get the picture sent to Wowwy'z Workshop at gmail.com. All one word, all lowercase. If you're not sure about that, just check. I haven't got a special little screen yet with my email. I'll make sure I do that, though, that I can pop up here. But if you look to our channel, if you go to our channel and read the description in the bio of our main channel page, it's all there. My email and our Two Brothers One Visions Facebook and Instagram links are there. It'd be great if you guys could go over there and check us out on those platforms. And I also want to say before I go anywhere today, you guys, the GoFundMe that Spike created with Jordy for Just Carve Rob, for his dog Petey, the shop inspector, that's still going on. When I made my rally video, I messed it up, and I said that their goal was like 1,000, but it isn't. And then I said maybe it was 1,500, and I wasn't quite sure. But their goal was for $2,000 total, and they're at 1.1 the last time I talked to Spike. So they broke 1,000, but they still need more because Petey needs some little wheels, like basically a buggy, because she had a stroke and she lost the use of her back legs. And we all know how much we love our fuzzy children. They are parts of our family, very, very important and dear to us. And I want to be able to help Just Carve Rob. If you go to my videos, you can see that I made a Rally for Rob video in my long form videos. If you check out our channel, and all of the links are there for the GoFundMe. But if you don't want to do that, you can go. Jordy's got videos. Spike, or there are videos. Lots of people did rallies for him, and you'll be able to find the GoFundMe's there. But yeah, just check out my video. All of the information's there. And if you can, you know, $5 even helps if you can PayPal. Anything, because it all adds up. And that's how we got so far. That's how they got to the point where they're at right now, or just little increments. You know, I could only send $30 Canadian, and I plan to send a bit more before when I get some Christmas money. But, you know, even though I was bummed that I couldn't send more, it's still, you know, I was talking to Spike, and he said, no, man, it's big, because you add them all up, and, you know, all of those little steps create, you know, a lot of little tiny steps can amount to great things, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, if anybody out there watching, if you could be so kind to help with that rally, it would be greatly appreciated by Wowie, and I know the whole tribe cares a lot. We all care a lot for each other, and we are all in this together, you guys. We've got to look out for each other. Right? So I'm going to switch over so I can see the final comments here. All this switching back and forth. I'm sorry, I didn't have it. I didn't know that my live chat wouldn't show in OBS. So the sanding drum is it is this, the Gator 3/4 inch drum sanding kit. So like I said, this was made to go in a, can you see that okay, Joseph? This was made just to go into a drill. It says right here, electric drill. But it just so happens to fit in the Fordham 44T. And it says a maximum RPM of 4,000, but I was using it in a Fordham, and that's a 12,000 RPM, and it works just dandy. So just ignore that. But yeah, worked really, really good, Joseph. Gator. Hope that answered the question. I hope you saw that okay. Thank you, Professor Rusty. Thanks for another awesome live there. He says, Rick Smith is here. Hello, Rick. How you doing, man? From Trees of the Ease is still here. Thank you, Joseph. Good show, Larry, says Professor Rusty. Thank you, Professor Rusty. And thank you for your awesome gift to Rhinestone Suzanne. That was just freaking amazing. And you know what? Before I go anywhere, you guys, I'm bringing my watcher back onto the screen. Just wait. You guys got to see it. Oh. What Rhinestone Suzanne sent Wowie. Look at that, you guys. Look at that watcher. Isn't that freaking magnificent? And she sent it to Wowie. And look at on the bottom, you guys. Branded Rhinestone Suzanne. A little glued in rhinestone. Isn't that freaking a wicked, man? She sent Wowie the watcher. Thank you again, Suzanne. I was just so touched that you did that. You know, and unexpectedly, just out of the blue, boom, it shows up, and you really, really freaking touched Wowie's heart. Thank you. Looks like it works awesome. Yeah, it did, Joseph. It did really, really good. These hearts are for you guys. Man, she took my key idea. Thank you. Thank you, Rick Smith. Yeah, and look at, you know, it's kind of hard to see, but see how it lit up there? So there was a little crystal in there that I got to glue back in. And the crystal glows when you got it in the right spot. Oh, I'm just tickled pink, as they say. with that. That is awesome. So there are the two watchers. Hers is a lot better than mine, as you can see, but all of our work is special in its own special ways. So I got lost, but I found my way back, says the electric whittler. Hey there, Josh. Thanks for coming back, brother. Just winding her up for the day. We made her to 4 o'clock. Well, thank you. Thank you all again for being here. And I promise, like I said, every live that I do, I vow to improve on the show from the prior week. And I will do my best to get these little hiccups figured out, figure out what happened with the chat there, and I'll be back stronger than ever. Happy holidays to everybody. Be with your loved ones. What matters most right now is being together. Some good food, being with your family, being with your tribe strong, and we love you guys. Two brothers, one vision, and Wowie. We truly do. And so for that, folks, has been WIP Wednesdays of Wowwy'z and Wowwy'z Workshop. There is no YouTube without you, and you are very, very much appreciated here. Thank you guys very much.